The Premier League is back, so we're going to be diving into all the interesting games of the weekend. Of course, we're in partnership with SofaScore. Go and download their app. There's a link in the description below. But anyway, let's dive in. Harry Kane's Tottenham Hotspur versus Newcastle United with a load of money. I think Harry Kane is someone that needs to kind of step up so far in the Premier League this season. 6 appearances for Harry Kane, 0 goals, 0 assists, only 5 chances created in those 6 games and an XG of only 1.42. But Harry Kane has got a good record against Newcastle United, so it's not that much of a worry for Harry Kane owners in fantasy football. Let's take a look at the last game. Harry Kane grabbed himself a brace, deep involved in the play, hit the woodwork as well, with his whopping 9 shots on goal, missed 1 big chance. But in terms of that 5 of Harry Kane's 6 Premier League goals for Tottenham against Newcastle have come at St James's Park. He's only scored more away goals against Leicester City and Everton in the Champions League. One of the big things though for Tottenham, one of the big problems with Harry Kane at the moment is Spurs are not creating enough chances for Harry Kane. Tottenham are averaging only 10.4 shots per game under Nuno Espirito Santo in the Premier League so far, with a conversion rate of 8.2%. By comparison, they averaged 15.7 shots under Maurizio Pochettino with a conversion rate of 11.8% and 11.2 shots under Mourinho with a 15% conversion rate. Basically telling us that they had more shots under Jose Mourinho, more shots under Pochettino, and they had better conversion rate, they had better chances or better conversion rate under Mourinho and also under Pochettino. So it's not looking good so far with those underlying statistics for Nuno Espirito Santo's Tottenham Hotspur. And I think in a way it's getting Heung-min Son as close as possible to Harry Kane. We kind of saw that in the game versus Villa. As you can see, Kane and Heung-min Son, number 10, number 7. That's the link-up that they need. They need to get that down in there. For Newcastle United, of course, it is the takeover. It is what we're looking at. Who will join Newcastle United? Coutinho, Ousmane Dembele, Nicolas Schüller, Paul Pogba. We may as well throw everyone in the mix right now because that is how much money Newcastle United have got. Great news for the Geordies. Bad news for Steve Bruce, who's probably going to be sacked, but hopefully he'll get his 1,000th game as a manager in the Premier League. We're likely to see Graham Jones maybe take charge after that in the interim. And Graham Jones, his appointment obviously really helped Newcastle United out. I think the big thing for Newcastle is that Callum Wilson could be back for the game. When you've got the threat of Callum Wilson's goal-scoring ability with St Maximin's ability to create but also to score, Newcastle are a far better side with both those players in the team. But I think one of the big things for this game is how Chelsea deal with Brentford set pieces. Brentford throw the likes of Ayer, Pontus Jansson, Pinnock, Norgard and Toney into the penalty area. They look to hit that back post, but they also have a load of variations and tricky free kicks they've got. We saw them do really well against Liverpool with a nice free kick. But I think one of the big things, it's controlling Ivan Toney for Chelsea. Ivan Toney's so crucial. Let's take the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So good on the ball, but so good at bringing players into play. Toney is their target man. Ivan Toney is the guy that they look for with long balls. He's the one that they position bodies around. They look for Toney. Is he going to be in Burmo spinning in? Is it going to be like Frank Onyeka or Janel looking for that knockdown? They're so good at winning that second ball and then creating chances from those second ball moments. So that's something that Chelsea need to deal with. How do you deal with Ivan Toney? Because physically, he is an absolute monster. Won 7 out of his 8 aerial duels against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And that's something that Chelsea will have to deal with. I think it's going to be his threat from that direct side of things. But in Burmo, finding little movements in behind the defence. Very, very good off the ball. Very, very alive. Likes to drift wide left, wide right to get on the ball. But a big, big threat, with his pace, with his ability to finish. Chelsea, Mason Mount's return, massive, crucial for their football as well. Chelsea have been missing Mason Mount's creativity. We can instantly see this in his performance against Arsenal in the Premier League. The last time he played, 4 chances created, 3 big chances as well. Grabbed himself an assist from set pieces, from open play. His vision to pick out the likes of Werner, Lukaku in behind the Brentford defence could be big. Could be really, really big for Chelsea. And I feel like the best lineup for Chelsea right now is Timo Werner, Lukaku, Mason Mount. Timo Werner's in good form. 2 goals in the international break against Macedonia, leading the line for Germany. Two really individualistic finishes, reaction finishes, got the ball, put the ball in the back of the net. But in the game, had a whopping 10 shots against Macedonia, scored twice. And that's the thing for Chelsea. Continue. He's not going to score every time, Werner, but if you keep creating him chances, he'll keep moving off the ball. He will score goals. But let's move back to his last game against Southampton. A game where he kind of excelled. Grabbed one goal that was ruled out for VAR after Chelsea attacked. Hudson-Odoi crossed the ball. Werner at the back post. Good move. But what I liked about his goal was not only did he make a great run off the ball, Barkley picking out Aspilicueta wide, but it was more the motion of that he was in the similar position to Lukaku. And that may sound quite reductionist, but if Werner gets into those positions, they are good goal-scoring positions. And I feel Werner in form right now. And you look at the defensive side for Brentford, how you could get at Brentford. You're looking at Ethan Pinnock, Janssen and Ayer. They're all quite tall centre-halves. I think the pace of Werner with Lukaku's hold-up could be that classic Timo Werner target man combo we've seen time and time again at Bundesliga level. I'm excited to see Werner in this game, and I think they are the tactical talking points that we have dived into. Man United versus Leicester City in the Premier League. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Reds really need to pick up performances and results. Really tough fixtures for United coming up. This is the start of it after drawing 1-1 with Everton and having a disappointing defeat to Villa in the league, but also a defeat to West Ham in the Cup. This is time for United to step back up. I think one of the big things for Man United is trying to fit in maybe some more creative players into those central areas, create some chances from those central, the central part of the pitch. I think with Marcus Rashford's, form that could be sort of sparked alive in this game, I'm excited. I really am excited. Tactically, I think for the two sides, I think, Leicester City will set up 4-4-2. I think for Manchester United, will be a 4-2-3-1. The issue for United, of course, is the centre-back problems. Maguire and Rafa Varane are out of the game. It looks like it'll be Lindelof and Bailly at the back. I think there's a few options for Manchester United in this game to kind of open up the door in different ways. I expect Leicester to kind of play a 4-4-2. Indeed, he is out as well, so Samoa's going to come in there. Barnes, Lookman, Bertrand Vestergaard, Soyuncu, Pereira or Castagna might play right back in the game. I think for United, looking at how to unlock the door in this match, I think Pogba playing as a left attacker could be an option, with Luke Shaw providing that dynamic energy. The issue for that, though, if Luke Shaw's going to spend a lot of his time attacking, not only is Lookman's pace, if Lookman can nick the ball and break, but Vardy into the channels. We know that is Vardy's biggest strength. So what does that mean for Manchester United? 3-4-1-2, in my opinion. Great way to counter a 4-4-2. 4-4-2 diamond is a great option for United as well, and that could be used as the game goes on. But starting with three at the back, what we're talking there, we'll be dropping one of the attackers, potentially looking at having, dropping a Paul Pogba to bringing in the likes of Alex Telles. I think with Alex Telles on the pitch, provide good thrust, but it's also going to allow Luke Shaw to sit in a position to deal with the counter-attack. Be it United go Bruno and Greenwood, or alternatively, I think with Fred being out of the game because he played for Brazil, Paul Pogba coming into that lineup, maybe going Pogba-Matic actually in this game and setting United up 4-2-1, or alternatively setting United up in a 3-4-1-2 with Bruno in behind. Bruno playing as this number 10. We've seen United play in this system a number of times in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign. There's been some top performances playing a three at the back system. We're thinking standout wins twice against Man City, against Chelsea, and the big thing in Paris against PSG in the Champions League. Starting with a back three and then switching that up in the second half to going 4-4-2 diamond. That's what I feel United need to do. Watford versus Liverpool, first game of the Premier League, breaking out a banging weekend of Premier League football. The big thing with this one, I think, in terms of the learnings from the last game between the two sides, Ismaila Sarr, danger going forward. Of course, Watford ended Liverpool's unbeaten, invincible season. Liverpool, of course, went on to win the title, but Watford did a job on them at Vicarage Road with some top performances, and Ismail Assar was the key guy. The big thing about Ismail Assar in terms of his style and how he is as a footballer, seems to get into very, very good goal-scoring positions, seems to have a real knack of that. And I think with the appointment of Claudio Ranieri, we might see Sarr actually play as a centre-forward, and that could really cause Liverpool problems. We've seen how Liverpool have been caught out at certain times of forwards, making runs into the channels. We've seen Man United do it in games between Liverpool and Man United with the likes of Dan James and Marcus Rashford. We've seen other teams do it against them as well. And that's something that you look at Ismail Assar and you think, this lad who completely opened up the game the last time the two sides met in 2020, top quality performance. His first goal was kind of, sneaking into the near post after Decore gambles on a second ball. Second goal just spinning in behind Virgil van Dijk, implying a lovely finish, dinking Alisson. And then the final goal, his assist that he grabbed to Troy Deeney, was kind of him from a centre-forward position. And I think that's going to be the interesting side of this game. Will Sarr play as a centre-forward? Liverpool, on the other hand, have the most, the form player of the Premier League right now. Salah's the best player in the league right now, and his performance against Man City was simply phenomenal. The way that he opened up the game for them, not only from the creativity, the driving, the assist for Sadio Mane, that was such a good footballing move from Liverpool. Started from the back, playing through Liverpool's press. Salah beating Cancelo in the dribble, then slipping Mane, and a kind of classic goal we've not seen for a while. That kind of, one of the wingers creating for the other winger, and the other winger making that run from out to in. Perfect stuff from Mohamed Salah, and his second goal was just simply sublime. Receiving back to goal, Cancelo on his back, spins him, rolls Bernardo Silva, beats Laporte with a chop, and finishes with his right foot. He's got to be the best player in the Premier League right now. Guys, get into the chat. Thanks for watching, guys. Do get into the comments below with your score predictions to all the big games that we went through. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. There's no reason to not. Anyway, we'll see you next time.